Hey everyone, it's Jessie Hilgenberg IFBB Figure Pro and NLA for Her sponsored athlete. I just got home from the Arnold, had a blast, and got to meet some of you gals and guys, and thanks so much for coming up and saying hello and even taking a picture with me. That was awesome. It was so good to meet you. And thank you for posting a whole bunch of new awesome questions waiting for me when I got home. First question is, can you continue to lift heavy while training for a competition? Yes, you can. The real question is, I think what you're trying to ask is, can you put on muscle? It kind of goes into that. So yes, can you put on muscle and burn fat at the same time? And the answer is yes. It's tricky, but you absolutely can do it. It's all about timing your nutrients and eating the right foods. And you need to find a calorie and macronutrient setup that is designed for you and your goals and your time frame. You don't need body fat to put on good quality lean muscle. I don't know how that all ended up happening, where people got bulky and had this big off season. Probably for bodybuilders that works because they're so much bigger and they have to put on so much more size and they have to eat so much more than we do. But ladies, we certainly don't have to. The only thing you need to put on muscle is a calorie surplus. So with that will come a tiny bit of body fat, just because you're eating more than your body needs for maintenance or for cutting. But it does not have to be a lot. You just need a slight energy calorie surplus to be able to support putting on lean muscle mass. You don't need a ton of extra calories. You just have to find a nutrient cycling setup. That's kind of what I do when I'm in my show contest preps or dieting for a photo shoot or anything like that, where I want to either maintain or put on a little bit of size but also cut down on my body fat. I cycle my calories and my macronutrients all week long, so that there's some days my body thinks I'm in a surplus, and then there's some days my body thinks that I'm in a calorie deficiency. So you need to find one that works for you. And you can do it through diet and exercise. So if you want to be in a calorie surplus one day, you need to eat a little bit more above maintenance and not burn it all off in the gym or doing cardio. If you, on the days that you need to do a little bit of a calorie deficiency, you need to track all of your food and make sure that you get in less than maintenance, and that you get your butt to the gym and have a really intense training session and or burn some off with cardio. You will not gain muscle. In fact, you will lose muscle if you are in a calorie deficiency for an extended period of time. That means diet, that means crazy cardio. So many people enter their show preps and they give themselves 10 weeks, no matter what, no matter how much fat they had to start with or anything. They just say 10 weeks, 12 weeks, whatever. And they do anything it takes to get there. Girls, please don't do that. If a coach is telling you to do that, please find a new coach. Always give yourself plenty of time. The longer you have to do it, the more gentle it is on your body, and the better your physique is gonna turn out in the end. You're not gonna look stringy, you're not gonna look depleted, you're not gonna screw up your entire metabolism. You're not going to mess with hormones. It's much more healthy. This is all about health and fitness. I just posted a blog to the NLA performance.com website, and I talk about this. So go check out my latest blog there. And I kind of go into how crazy it is with all these girls and all of their metabolic damages and stress and emotional, and their lives are, falling apart because of contest prep. We are in the health and fitness industry. We should be the healthiest and fit people out there. We may look fit, but if you're not healthy from the inside out and you don't know, the healthiest ways to prep for a contest, then definitely it needs to stop until you figure it out or find a new coach that supports your goals of doing it really healthy. 15 to 20 weeks is probably a minimum. In my opinion, to get ready for a contest, and that's if you don't have a ton of fat to lose, or if you've done a show before. you just want to give yourself enough time for trying and making mistakes and learning your body. Okay, so next question is, what kind of carbs should you eat during show prep? You want to eat carbs that provide nutrition and energy without spiking your insulin levels. So it's all about your insulin levels. There are 3 different kinds of carbs. There's simple and refined carbs. Those are like sugars, like tablespoon sugar, flour, breads, pasta, things like that. Those are all sugar-based, and nothing will spike your insulin levels more and as quickly as those do. The third kind is a complex carb. So those take longer to digest, and they do not they do not spike your insulin levels. Within complex carbs, there is fibrous carbs and non-fibrous carbs. Fibrous carbs, our body does not break them down and absorb them, so they don't really count towards your carbs, and those are vegetables, anything green. And then the non-fibrous carbs are, things that I eat during my contest prep, like yams, oats, brown rice, and quinoa and things like that. And the last question is, how many times a day do I eat, and how large are my meals? I eat about 6 times a day, and that's pretty much every single day. And I'd say on average, maybe 300 calories per meal. Of course, that's going to change a little bit if I'm having like a lower calorie day or a higher calorie day. If it's a higher calorie day, that it'll be a little bit more than 300, just to make sure I get in those calories. And if it's a little bit lower, then maybe closer to like 250, 275 calories for each one of those 6 meals. Keep it up, ladies. Thanks for posting questions. I'll post another video in a few days after you guys post some more of your fabulous questions and inquiries. Contest season is in full effect, so most of the questions are about prepping for a show, which I think is great. I am prepping for a show right now, so it's right up my alley. Have a great week, and thanks again to those of you that said hi to me at the Arnold, and I'll talk to you girls soon.